Hello and welcome to the EUSL. I'm RadicalRex, joined again today in the booth by Snakob.
Hello.
And today we've got a Pro Division matchup for you as Underdogs take on Manita, and I forgot to do the clubs, so I'm just going to very quickly do that. It's going to be 11-5. That's not my score prediction. That is what I need to type into the console to get the clubs up. There we go. This is going to be an interesting game to watch. Obviously, Underdogs kind of hard to tell how good they're going to be because they've been clapped by some teams and have beaten some teams pretty convincingly. And
The Underdogs 2 games yesterday, getting mercied by Pivo and then almost mercying Bully Boys. So definitely a contrast there.
And then obviously Manita have come within a goal of winning, I think, 3 of their 4 games or something like that. Yeah, so...
Yeah, 3 out of 5 games, obviously taking 1 to overtime, only being able to get 1 point in the 5, but you think points have got to be coming soon based on how close they've taken the games.
Yeah. Obviously they have the new signing of Fizzy in there.
No, using 2 subs here. Obviously, Isco is unable to play for this Manita side because of connection issues. Homie is banned from the EUSL. But Karim, not sure why he's not here today.
Yeah, and somebody needs to keep track of which emergency agents they're using because they've been using a lot of emergency agents and eventually they're going to run out. Yeah, you can only have an emergency agent can only play for you once in the season, and they can only play once per week as an emergency agent. So eventually they'll run out.
Yeah, I'm not sure necessarily running out is a case because they're using a lot of intermediate.
Yeah, true.
Running out of players who can match up to the quality of the level in Pro Division is certainly something that's going to be used up fast.
And a new rule that has been added this year is you can only use this season. Is you can only use 2 emergency agents in a game, which you used to technically be able to field a team of emergency agents. I think that's something Sark did last year, right?
Yes, in our one of our games against Damocles at the end of last season, we were playing them in the quarterfinals as Alpi gets a 1-0 lead.
There, taking the lead.
I'll go back to what I was saying. Basically, we were playing Damocles in the quarterfinals, and we were also playing them as our last game of the season. Obviously, it didn't matter at that point in time if we won or lost that game, we'd still be playing them. So we decided not to give them our tactics, give anything away, and just fielded a full entry team.
And how did that game go for Sark Hockey Team?
They were winning in the first 2 periods, I think, but there was a comeback from the Damocles side, and they beat us.
Tragedy. Well, damn. I like the fact that you still say they beat us as if they beat Sark. Fair enough. Here's Sweatsy playing back for Alpi. Looking for space, and that's what we expect for them, these Underdogs players. They're all about that high possession play. They don't like giving the puck away easily. Here's Cassanta now for Tweak. Tweak bounces it around for Sweatsy, and Toby nearly gets on it. Sweatsy's fighting back. Play to get back now again for Cassanta. It's Alpi and Toby battling for it. Now Tweak back for Cassanta again. Up for Sweatsy. Sweatsy across for Tweak. And now onto Alpi's head. Here's Sweatsy again. They're connected nicely there, but now needs to do it in the other team's half. And it's back to Cassanta again. And you can see here the absolutely clinical passing play that this Underdogs team use.
Yeah, it's almost a goal there. Fizzy somehow stopping that. I think the puck actually landed on top of his stick and then bounced up in front of it.
And it's just impressive to see how well Underdogs can maintain possession. And Toby shots on target, and Bjorks plays it in.
I think they might be lucky VAR is not in this league because that looked like it barely crossed the line there before Cassandra hooked it out. But the Manita side playing with 2 subs has equalised now following a good spell of pressure from Underdogs.
And this is exactly what I said. It's kind of hard to know what to expect from this game given how close Manita have been able to bring their games to and how sort of inconsistent this Underdogs team has been.
I think what I would normally say about Manita, obviously it's hard to judge when they're playing Fizzy, who's a new signing, and then Toby and Bjork, who are both subs. So obviously they're not going to be playing their perfect game, but what they like to do and what may well work against Underdogs is sit back and let the opponent have the puck and then hit on the counter-attack, normally with Karim, who's so good up front at finishing chances. But we'll see what Bjorks can do in his place.
I'm trying to think. They've got Lagrange in, and he is the only person who's here from the regular side, right? Who else have they got? Yeah, Fizzy is on the team.
Their roster normally consists of Isco, who was called Biscotto last season, Kareem, Fizzy, Lagrange, Homie, who was banned, and Cristo, who has played 2 games for them despite in the last 2 seasons.
Yeah.
So he's pretty much a
Kareem is the only one we don't know about. Obviously, Homie is banned and Biscotto has no internet. Actually, I'm just going to check. How long is that Homie ban? I don't even remember what he got banned for. He gets banned so frequently.
He's banned for saying the F star.
Ah, there we go. Brilliant. What a brilliant community we have here in the USL. Is Toby breaking out pressure there. You have to think, Toby, after playing with a pro team, surely must think, why am I playing on an intermediate team?
Yeah, well, you can...
I mean,
I guess you can say that about quite a lot of the players in intermediate this season are experienced info.
But I mean, some of them are in intermediate because they chose to be because they lost the placements, whereas Toby just chose to essentially sign for an entry team to make them intermediate.
I wonder if he just, doesn't play it. I haven't seen him play a lot of Slapshot recently. He probably just wants...
Maybe yeah.
Not playing the game too much, just joining a team for the sake of it.
He's playing well today here, though.
Yep.
Putting a good shift for this Manita side. Obviously assisted their equaliser. Here's Sweatsy looking for the wraparound. Lagrange just having none of that. Now Fizzy clears it away. Sweatsy on the other side of the net. Plays back to Santin. He launches a high one and Fizzy stops that.
I think Lagrange is one player I'm really, really quite impressed by, especially considering he only has about 300 hours in the game, of just how impressive he has been at defending along with Fizzy this season. Yeah,
and I mean 300 hours for a Pro Division player is not a lot of time at all. That's less time than I have in the game. That's really not an impressive amount of time. Then again, I do cheat a little bit by sitting in people's lobbies for, most nights.
Yeah.
Waiting now for Lagrange to ready up for the second period.
And for anyone wondering, there is another game on the EUSL network, Revenant taking on Midas. Currently 7-2 up for Revenant in the second period.
And
we should be getting ready shortly.
Here we go. We're on the way. 1-1. Second period. Sweatsy's going to play it back to Xanten. Underdogs have certainly controlled possession in the game, but so far they haven't had a ton of shots on target, and nothing has come of those shots they've have had aside from that first one. Here's Tweak looking into the middle, and Alpi's not there for it. Sweatsy will play it back to Xanten now, and he moves around the board looking for space, looking up the rink. It was Tweak who got his head on it but couldn't control it. Now Alpi into the middle, and Alpi finds the back of the net.
Yeah, it's like third time's a charm there for Alpi. Him and Fizzy basically playing a 1-2. He shoots, Fizzy saves, somehow gets back to Alpi. But on the third time, Alpi's able to turn it past Fizzy at his near post.
And Fizzy did a good job to get behind it, but not quite enough on it. Here's Tweak. Loses it to Bjorks. Now Alpi plays it up the rink. Sweatsy stops it there, and Bjorks has it again, but loses it, and it's back to Xanten. Tweak couldn't quite get a control of it. Now Alpi has it. He's going to look in the middle for Tweak, and Tweak didn't get to it before Lagrange did. Here's Tweak again. Tweak tries the shot there, nearly gets it way in, but Fizzy just gets behind it. Now Sweatsy taking the puck back to Xanten. Xanten plays it right up the middle. Lagrange stops it there. Here's Tweak again. Tweak looks across for Sweatsy, finds him. Sweatsy chips it in the middle, and Fizzy plays that away. Alpi finds Sweatsy. Sweatsy can't get past Lagrange, and like you say, he's played well in that defensive role. Now Toby clearing it away. Here's Sweatsy again.
I think Manita have done well this period, especially with just sort of breaking up Underdogs' play. They've had quite a few good chances, obviously the one they scored from, but most of the time they've not been able to just pass it around like they like to do so much. There's been some they've had spells, but they've not been able to get into the rhythm they got in the first period.
And
I'm not sure what's happened there.
That was a scuffed one. It looks like Xanten put it on the air onto Fizzy's head, or maybe it's off Lagrange, no, off Toby, off Fizzy, and then Tweak comes in and somehow bags himself a goal off of that.
Yeah, I think Toby gets his head on it and then bounces off Lagrange's head, off Fizzy's head onto the goal line, and Tweak's there to crash it in.
Just a reminder to everyone, if you see any good clips in this game, make sure you clip it and put it into the League Clips channel in the EUSL Discord for a chance of winning 1,000 pucks if it makes it into the weekly highlights video. Also remember to follow the League Twitter and YouTube account. You can find all of that on !EUSL as well. Here's Bjorks again, played across for Sweatsy. Now Alpi. Fizzy trying to play it out, does so, finds Toby, and it's back to Sweatsy now. Now Alpi again. Bjorks finds no one. It's back to Tweak.
And no team really able to get a grip on it so much in the last couple of minutes since that Cassington goal. Each team's had the puck and end up passing it once or twice and giving it to the other team as a good shot from Alpi, but Fizzy's able to save it.
Here's Sweatsy back for Casantin. Fizzy's had himself a good game so far. Obviously a couple unfortunate ones where it's just sort of bounced off him, or the ones where it's sort of crashed into the net, but for the most part has done well. Kept the net clean. Bear in mind this Underdogs team scored 10 against Bully Boys just yesterday. Only held to only 3 here today. Here's Sweatsy again. Now for Alpi. Alpi taps it to Casantin and they restart their play here. Looks up the middle, but they can't quite secure it. Here's Fizzy looking in the middle and there's no one there for it. Casantin now. Cross in the middle for Alpi. Now Lagrange clears away. And defensively, like you say, they've done really well here, Manita, not allowing those passes across the face of net.
Yeah, and they've allowed Underdogs quite a fair bit of possession, but the shots they've had to take from quite a way out, and now they're down the angle they can shoot, so Fizzy's been able to cover it well.
And again, it's bounced out to the board where Toby deals with it. He gets rid of it. Tweak has it again now, back to Alpi. Alpi looks up the board, and Toby has it there. Tweak plays it to Sweatsy. Tweak plays the shot, and Fizzy again gets his head on it. Here's Toby. Now Sweatsy. Now Alpi. Now Tweak battles with Toby. Toby comes out on top. No, Tweak does. And Tweak plays it off the back of the net there. Tries for the Choco maybe. Sweatsy has it in the middle. Alpi can't get to it. Lagrange clears off his stick. Now Toby has it again. Battling away. And that will end that one there. End of the second period. A period left to play.
Yeah, strong defensive performance from this Manita side. Able to hold this Underdog side to only 3 goals. Certainly comeback territory.
And here we go. Let's ready up for the third.
And if anyone wondering about the other game on the EUSL network, Revenant vs Midas, 9-3 now to Revenant, and they're in the third period.
Obviously, so far, Revenant have only lost... No, wait, Revenant have lost to Caracopla and OGA, right? I think.
Yes, they have.
Here's Casantin up to Alpi. Alpi makes a move, finds Sweatsy. Found him round Lagrange, but Sweatsy couldn't get to it on time. Here's Sweatsy again. To Casantin. Casantin plays the long shot. Fizzy clears that out. Now Sweatsy. Across to Alpi. Round to Sweatsy again. And Tweak there. Mistimed his dash at it. Casantin back to Sweatsy again. They're keeping possession well here. What we expect. Alpi round back to Casantin. Casantin really acts as the linchpin of this Underdogs team. He holds it all together. Everything goes back to him and everything starts with him.
Yeah, I'll see Cassington, the GM of this side, he's made a lot of tactics and the very well thought out tactics that revolve so much around the consistent passing play that requires your goalkeeper and your defender in Cassington and Tweak to be able to pass it out really well, and that is what I'd say their strong points are.
And they've played together for so long, they've really perfected it. Here's Alpi, and Alpi tries and just misses there. Alpi and Sweatsy and Fizzy battle for it. Fizzy gets free. He's going to put up the rink and he's thrown to Tweak's head. Now Lagrange, now Toby. Here's Casantin again. Toby takes it there and couldn't do anything with it. Obviously, Toby set up their only goal so far. Put it on the far post where Bjork's bumped it in. Here's Kasantin again. Pressure by Bjorks, finds Alpi, but it's back to Fizzy. Alpi can get a handle on it. Alpi wins it there, they're on the board. Puts it across the face of net, and there's no one there for it. Alpi now around to Kasantin.
Most likely to get the goal, but that is how most of Manita's game works. You know, they let the other team have the puck and then hit on the break. So out of nowhere, it's what they're good at.
Here's Alpi.
One team's about to score, and then bang, Manita are at the other end, and they've put it in the back of the net.
For all that they have been able to do that so far this season, given how little they've had of the puck, it's hard to see them doing it twice in this period, but like you say, it could happen. Tweak and Toby battle for it. Now back to Alpi again. Tweak plays it into the middle. Back to Kasantin. Bjork's chasing. Kasantin plays it round for Alpi. Alpi takes it. Now looking up the rink for Tweak. Tweak there, just missing the puck, and Fizzy will play it back. Kasantin picks up. Well, I said Fizzy's had a good game. I think Kasantin's had a really good game. Obviously, hasn't been tested much in net, but has just been very consistent playing this puck out. Does it again here. Alpi finds a shot there, but it's blocked. Here's Lagrange. He looks for Toby, and it doesn't quite work out there.
Obviously, two very good goalkeeping performances from both goalkeepers, but two very different goalkeeping performances. Fizzy with 10 saves to his name, very impressive. And Kasantin just being the linchpin, as you said, in this side, passing it out from the back so well.
And there we go. As we say it, Bjorks just chips it up in the air, threads the needle, and it finds a way in through the crowd. 3-2 now.
If anyone wondering, we have a game after this, Jaeger Bombs versus Manita side. I've heard that Krim will be available for that game and will be making an appearance.
Oh, there we go. I wonder who their emergency agent will be for that game. As here's Sweatsy to Toby. Now Alpi. Back to Sweatsy, puts it in the middle for Tweak, and it's all the way back to Kasantin. Bjorks there plays out to the board, but there's no one there for it. Is Fizzy again, and Fizzy, pressure by Alpi, lost it there. Cross for Sweatsy. Lagrange will take it and try and play it away, but here's Alpi. Good opportunity here. Plays across for Sweatsy, and not quite working out. Back now to Kasantin. Kasantin takes it. He's going to look up the rink, see if he can find anyone. Finds Sweatsy. Through a crowd. Here's Toby playing out. Back to Kasantin with 45 seconds left. All they need to do is burn some time. But Alpi's going to launch a shot. Sweatsy can take as much time off the clock as he likes, and they're doing that there. Pass it between themselves. Fizzy launches it up. Kasantin takes it. Cross to Sweatsy. Will he play it safe? I mean, fair enough to them for keeping on playing, but if I were them, I would maybe take a little bit more time with the puck here. Alpi looks up for Sweatsy.
Yeah. It's a game finished 11-3 with a Revenant taking the win in the other game, Revenant plus minus. Toby has a good chance here at the end of the game, but you're covering from Tweak to block it.
Now Fizzy. Across, and Alpi stops it there. And there we go, Underdogs take the win. It was a nice try for a comeback, but they just could not get the possession enough on Manita.
Yeah, and that's Manita's fourth game of the season where they've got it down to just a 1-goal deficit they've lost by. The win has to come soon for them, you think?
Yeah, I mean, if they do start getting wins, the good thing is that their goal difference is still in a decent shape, just because of how close their games have been. Let's go across now to the post-game stats. The difference there is just massive. 17 shots from Underdogs, 4 for Manita. 130 passes versus 42. Absolutely dominant performance by this Underdogs side. They really put on a show.
Yeah, but it was absolutely impressive passing from Underdogs. You know, that's what we expect from the side. They're just sort of unable to find the final pass occasionally. You'd expect them to maybe score another goal or two based on the performance they had, but it was a solid defence from Manita to stop that. Yeah, I mean, they really struggled to get any pressure on Kasantin, and I think that was the key there. Kasantin has so much time to work with. But anyway, that will end that game there. Next up, Jaeger Bombs take on this Manita side, like Snakob just said.
Potentially we're going to see Kareem make an appearance in this one after he wasn't available for the last one. And so we'll see you guys in 6 minutes for that game. Just a reminder, any good clips you see, make sure you put them in hashtag league clips in the USL Discord for a chance of winning 1,000 pucks. But with that, I'll see you guys in 6 minutes.